Okay, so we're trying to calculate the surface area of the cylinder, and they've given me that the radius is equal to 5 meters. They've also given me that the height is equal to 10 meters. Okay, so we've got the height of 10 meters and the radius of 5 meters. And in my formula, you notice that I've got to put the radius in once over there and then twice over there, right? So two times I've got to substitute the radius in. What am I substituting in? 5. I've got to put in 5 meters there. I've also got to put 5 meters there. And then at the same time, the height is also going to become 10. All right, the height is also going to become 10. Let's jump into this formula and use a bit of substitution to calculate it. Don't forget that pi r squared is the area of a circle, and the 2 in front means that you have two circles. So the top and the bottom added up is simply pi r squared and pi r squared. And when you add up two pi r squareds, you get, well, when you add up pi r squared plus pi r squared, you end up with 2 pi r squared. And that's where the first part of that formula comes from, is to just get the area of the circles at the top and at the bottom. Okay. The second part, remember, is if you unravel this into a massive rectangle, then this top part here, which is your circumference, is given by the formula 2 pi r, or even pi times diameter. That's the formula for the circumference, which you need to know. You then have 2 pi r, which is your length, and your width is going to be your height, which is h. So length times width will become length times L times W. And I've got some answers coming through. Well done. Length times width is going to be 2 pi r times h. And that would be the answer that you would get from that. And that's why this is 2 pi r h. 2 times 2 pi r is the circumference, and h is the height, which in this case 10. Let's jump in and substitute into that formula. For this, we have r is equal to 5 meters, h is equal to 10 meters. So substitution is going to be 2 pi multiplied by 5 squared plus 2 pi multiplied by 5 multiplied by 10. And when I substitute, I like to use brackets. It's just more neater, and I can see where I substituted it in. And I can also see that all the letters have been taken up by numbers, r, and h. But we don't replace pi with anything. Remember, pi is 3.14. It's an irrational number continuously. It's a number. So it's not a variable. It will take on a value. Once you put in your calculator, don't forget to find the pi button in your calculator to get there. Before I get to the pi button, I'm going to ignore pi for now, and I'm not going to put it in the calculator. I'm going to keep it there actually and calculate this part here. So this is going to be 5 squared, which is 25, and 25 times 2 is 50 pi. And this is 5 times 10, which is 50 pi. And 50 pi times 2 becomes 150. 50 times 2 is 150 pi. And 50 pi plus 150 pi is 200 pi. And I like to do this because it's pretty neat, and I can put that on a calculator instead of that entire formula, so I'm minimizing possible errors that I could make. So you press shift, look for the pi button, normally at the back right at the bottom, one of the buttons on your calculator, multiplied by 200. So you actually multiplying by 3.14 something something something, so you know the answer is going to be 600 and something. All right, 600 and something. And you multiply it by 2, and it's actually 628, 628.31. Now double check me here. The radius is 5, the height is 10, all right, and the radius over here is 5. Pi r squared is 25 times 2 is 50 pi, so that's for the circles. 2 pi r is 10 pi times 10. 2 times 10, 50 times 2 is 150, and I'm in error. Can you see the error? Type in where can you see the error. All right, 5 times 10 is 50. 50 times 2 is 100. That's correct. So this is supposed to be 100, and this will become now 150. So my final answer here is going to be 150 pi, which is going to be 471.24, and that's the calculation And that's the final answer that I would get there. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 10 is 100. So that's 100 pi. Don't forget this is squared over here. This is squared over here, which is 25. 25 times 2, right? Is 50 over there. So that comes to 471.24. Multiplication, squaring, etc. Those are the main focuses for this